without judicial oversight, due process, appeal, or transparency. Now, Cloudflare's CEO Matthew Prince described the scheme as a censorship gambit and criticized it as enabling a shadowy cabal of European media elites to dictate online content globally, risking the integrity of Cloudflare's 1.1.1 public DNS resolver and potentially blacking out any site on the internet. The fine, calculated as up to 1% of Cloudflare's global revenue, despite the company's 8 million in Italian sales in 2024, exemplifies what Prince terms extrajudicial overreach. Even though we didn't talk about it, I figured I would make it something that I wanted to read off on the show so that everybody knows about that. It is a pretty interesting story. I mean, you know, when I hear terminology like that, that's really what sticks out to me. You know what I mean? They've been having Mark and Mr. Robot have been having a lot of discussions about that, and I just don't trust the language in it. Like, it talks about hosting pirated content for one thing, but then what it goes into is it starts calling them a shadowy cabal of European media elites. You know what I mean? So it's like it's actually the government.
Is anybody here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
Oh, I thought I was having technical difficulties because I kept joining in and hearing nothing.
And I was on mute and I was watching some political stuff on YouTube.
Well,
Yeah.
it was rubbing his pickle.
Well, I didn't realize I was muted out on the Jitsi either. So I've been sitting here doing the whole thing that we've been talking about on Elements. Now,
Well, I had, like, I was struggling trying to I don't know, make it look right, and then I downloaded the app, the Jitsi app, and installed it and connected from there. And I was like, still hearing nothing. I should have just said, "Hey, unmute you Creasum Jew." I had to say something worthy of Mr. Edworthy over there.
yeah.
There we go.
Well, I started two topics up. One was one that Tan wanted to talk about, and then another one is one that Mr. Robot brought up. What's your guys' thought on this quasi-judicial body in Italy that fined Cloudflare $17 million for failing to go along with their scheme to censor the internet?
Well, go ahead.
Did you translate and read the what was it, the French law in relation to this? Or what's the French?
What did you say?
Did you? I gave you a URL to it wasn't French. It was Italian. I don't know which country it was now.
PPC land, is that the one?
Italy laws. Italy law number 93. Piece of legislation.
I ended up checking out the one that Mr. Robot sent. Is
Afterwards, I reviewed the piece of legislation and has started to translate and review the outcome of the trial.
Oh yeah, leg 14.
So we're also not just philosophically aware of this consumerism stuff. You have a legal mind for it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. He like right here when he put here, this is provisions for the prevention of repression of the illicit decimation of copyrighted content via electronic communications networks. That's what it is. It's entry into force of the provision 8/8/2023, and this was last updated to the document published on 8/10/2024. So this has actually been out for well over 2 years.
And I wanted to review it in the view of the EU's Digital Service Act as well, but I've not got around to doing that.
This says the Republic in implementation of Article 41 and 42 of the Constitution, Article 17 of the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union, and the principles contained in the Convention on the Protection and Promotion of the Diversity of Cultural Expression, done in Paris on 20 October 2005, ratified pursuant to Law Number 19 of 19 February 2007 in accordance with the European legal framework. A. Recognizes, protects, and promotes intellectual property in all of its form as a tool for stimulating innovation, creativity, investment in the production of cultural and editorial content, including digital content. So it's just basically the protection laws that are set in place. So this is supposed to relate to what they're talking about there, which that right there tells me that this law was put into place well over quite a long time, to be honest.
Yeah, but well, arguably it stretches back to the old copyright laws.
Well, with the EU and
this is specifically an Italian act rather than an EU act.
I mean,
that's why I mentioned the Digital Service, the EU's Digital Service Act, because I can see some crossover.
Okay. He also put a thing in here, says required us to not just remove customers, but also censor our 1.1.1.1 or 1 DNS resolver, meaning it risks blacking out any site on the internet, and it required us not just to censor the content in Italy, but globally. In other words, Italy insists a shadowy European media cabal should be able to dictate what is and is not allowed online.
As we are seeing with the arguments surrounding the UK's Online Safety Act.
Well, so wait,
you gotta repeat.
The dark web?
Sorry.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with the dark web. It's
the same effect.
Material,
the same effect.
The dark web.
Same effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they would be turning regular internet basically into, is the dark web. Yeah.
Well, if they put up censorship stuff, it's going to be like Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want
funny
that.
enough, I was just watching just before we started. I was just watching a latest Lotus Eaters video talking about digital ID as far as the UK is concerned, and the entire Grok women bikini sort of scandal that's been recently hit, and and they've made arguments like women are now a protected class. So rather than empowering women, we've got to now treat women as a special class specifically. So rather than empowering them, we're making them vulnerable. And also in relation to that, things like the concept of the Labour Party in the UK has just announced that digital ID is not going to be mandatory.
Yes, that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that.
That eventually, if you want any services, if you want to do something with your life, you don't have to have digital ID. So, in effect, it may not be on paper mandatory, but in reality, it's going to be mandatory.
And
this is why I was
This is one of those mark of the beast sort of things.
yeah.
Yeah. And before we go any further, B, I want to apologize on behalf of Mark Edworthy. He has just woken up and he is really unbecoming of an Englishman.
I've been awake. Well, we've already done one stream, and that was an.
You are so rowdy, dude. Like, I mean,
He feels a bit livid. Yeah.
He's.
What's wrong?
It's like
You're high
this.
energy over there.
I'm not used to this kind of. I'm not used to this kind of like high voltage velocity coming out of you like that.
And by the way, can I say on a side note, the only protected class of people there should be is anybody with less than $5 in their pocket. Okay, everybody else can screw off.
About people who cannot cope with society, about the dare I say, the mentally infirm.
Mentally ill is the best because it covers all of them. You know, well,
Everybody, as far as I'm concerned, listen, I've been back in the United States for 2 going on 3 years now, and the only sane person that I have met since I've been here is the woman I live with.
the only sane person I see every day is the one that appears to me in the mirror.
He's so delusional, isn't he, dude? It's like, yeah, it's like,
Well,
I mean, you know you're crazy when you don't think you're crazy. You know what I mean? Everybody else is crazy but you. You're just, you're just so sane and respectable.
When you're scratching your head because somebody's doing something incredibly stupid, and you're looking at you like, oh no, this is normal, but you think to yourself, no, it's not.
Right.
What is normal for one person is not necessarily normal for another person.
Well, yeah, I know. Whenever you see a guy in combat boots, a long sundress, full beard with the whore makeup on, and a ponytail, and he's looking at you, he's looking at me because my fly's unzipped. You know, he could have just, that's kind of like the analogy there.
Well, that's pretty much freaking being a teenager in the 1980s. I mean, I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I was a stoner kid. You know what I mean? I ran around with long hair and shredded jeans and shit.